Kia ora koutou katoa, hello Capricorn, welcome to my YouTube channel and also my Facebook page if you've come across me or this video on Facebook too. So I just want to say quickly thank you to those of you who have subscribed or liked and followed me on either platform. And I just encourage those of you who haven't done that yet to do that now or at the end of the video. So thank you very much in advance for doing that, for following and subscribing to me. I really appreciate that. Now the other thing is, just want to remind everybody that these are general reads, so they may or may not resonate with you at this point. So some of you it may not at all, but even in the future. But usually these, if it doesn't, it's more of a forecast sort of a reading or the message that comes through for you. And you could be that you could watch this video and you could be watching this video in like a month's time or a year's time, and it will make perfect sense to you more so, or then, or again then, or when, or now, depending on when you're watching this. At that time. So the other thing is that these reads are also for those of you who are watching for Capricorn, whether Capricorn is in your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign. So if you don't know what your other signs are, check out in the description box below. There is a link to a website that has a free calculator on there that will work it out for you. Okay, so so I just want to say that, you know, sometimes if it does resonate, that's wonderful, and feel free to, because the story might not be exactly what's going on for you in one area of your life, so just maybe you might need to change the characters around and get a bit, or adapt it to whatever the situation is that's going on. It might be more emotional rather than physical or something like that. So okay, yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. So today I am using my I'm in a different what do you call it, space, working from a different space today, and I have lost. Okay, I'll put them aside. So I'm using my the Sacred Earth Oracle deck and my trusty what do you call them, tarot cards. Cool. So, cool. So my environment that I'm working from now is, you probably would have seen me working in here before. I think I've made a couple of videos, is Infinity, where I work from on some days of the week. So today is Thursday, the 20th of August 2020. So this is the weekly read. So we'll see what's going on for you this week and possibly into the next week. So like I say, it may not be for some of you like this exact week, but it could be for some of you maybe coming into next week. Okay, so we had a new moon, I keep saying full moon, but new moon yesterday. And so you may be feeling some of the changes in there. So it's about, you know, with even though like the waning moon coming up, and the phase was like last week and part in the week before, there was a releasing and letting go sort of a energy there, and you may be still feeling it now, and that's cool because it never stops. Okay, it never ends. So there's always something. It doesn't mean to say just because it's the new moon or the full moon it's going to stop, but there's still some processing. So some of you will have actually wrapped up some projects and got rid of some stuff, and got rid of some stuff with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, I'm sure. And you've done it that way. And you know, and some of you maybe have had a strategy to continue winding up stuff because it's not been able to fully be able to wind up. But it's that process of getting that something underway. It could have been for that. So or continuance, like I say, a strategy, or what they're saying is a strategy for that. So anyway, I'm just connecting in with Capricorn here, as I say, with your energy, Capricorn. So there's a lot of a sense of a little bit more calmness, but a little bit more, a little bit of unknowingness as well, of what, where to now. So I kind of feel like for some of you there is a sense of like a holding space at the moment. So it's just being in there and not trying to like make things work. Okay, so there seems to be, I'm just going to the energy, the Earth Oracle card first. Cards, there's 3 that came out. So the first one is brilliance. Okay, so there's something about brilliance, and I'm seeing like brilliance of light shining around you at the moment, but there's also brilliance as in brilliantly, using that brilliance that you have within you, that's in your mind, and it's like to create what it is that you're wanting to do and be and have. And it's like thinking outside of the square, because they're talking about you maybe being too tunnel visioned lately. So it's about there's something opening up and around for you to shine your brilliance, or as an energetically wise, your light into a subject or a project or something that's going on, but with your brilliant mind being the one that leads the way, or pulling that out, because it's like there's something for some of you that is requiring like some thinking, some planning, some strategizing to make something work, or make something work in the sense of flowing. Okay, that's what they mean, like make it work so it flows, not make it work as it resisting, trying to make something and not change and adapting something to get it to work, like flowing. And that, like, it's like turning turning a tap on and the water flows, but if there's a washer in there that's not if you have it, that's not the right washer or something, it's not going to flow. It's not going to be, you're not going to be able to turn the tap, or it might just drip. There might be a tap that drips that needs to be, and it could, because the washer is worn, so it's not, and it's like, okay, and that's the washer is there to help turn the tap off to stop the flow. So it could be like that way for some of you. It's like so you could turn the tap off to stop a flow and adjust it as it needs to be adjusted. So there's something about there with the brilliance and making something work like that. But they're talking about as in it's turning the tap on and off. Having the flow, getting that flow right, where you can adjust things like by turning the tap off. But then if you can turn it off and there's a drip, that's kind of like there's something not quite right there. But if you can turn it on, it's kind of, and there's something out there. Sometimes what I'm hearing is there may be a block further down the pipe, okay, or the line. So it's kind of like using that brilliance to make things balance. Gosh, I don't really get that one, but anyway, you may understand that. So I think I kind of get where they're going, where Spirit are going with that, using that analogy. So, but there seems to be something to do with consistency too, which is kind of comes back to this brilliance. It's like for some of you may have been a bit inconsistent with using your brilliance there, and you may have parked it up and not done something, or not said something, or not, created something, or worked with something, and it's like later on it's like, oh, damn, I should have done that, or I could have done that, or if I'd have done that this way, it might have worked better. So there's some sort of consistency going on as well in that way with a scenario, but there's something about you being consistent but looking at your mood as well with this brilliance as well. And there's also something to do with magnetism. So I feel like there's some sort of like clearing within that as well. It's like the consistency is like getting you in the space for this magnetism here, like the law of attraction, or as well as there can be the law of repelling, that sort of thing. So what is it? Which end of the stick are you on, or end of it are you on, or I was going to say spasm, but I forgot that word. It's eluded me now. So I have a few energies in here that are working with me today. Not only yours, Capricorn, but obviously the angels and the guides. I'll just look at the angel cards over there. But also some otherworldly energies, like, similar to the Pleiadians who are working with me and helping us to move with nice calmness within our lives. So there's something going on there anyway with this. So brilliance, consistency, magnetism. So you may be, drawing to you things that, for some of you, is because you haven't sorted something out. Because you haven't sorted something. It's not that you you're not so much resisting, it seems to be, is the bigger word, but it's like you're not taking notice of something, or in that sense, so it's not, something isn't kind of panning out right, or at the moment, okay? But there's something about brilliance. It's like I'm just being brought that, like there's a brilliant mind or a brilliant energy, is allowing that brilliant energy to come out. I feel like there's about 3 different messages going on there with that. So some of you will understand the brilliance, some of you will understand the consistency, and some of you will understand the magnetism, and some of you will, understand the flow of it and the blend of it. So there's something about you not understanding what's going on with your flow in your life at the moment. So there's a bit of everything in there with those 3 cards. So it's like, I feel like there's some of you are like having to like slot things in, put things in order, or slot things as well. So, which is why there's like 3 or 4 things going on. It's like you're trying to figure out what or where or how. So, and it's like putting them in order, or in a order, okay? Interesting. So then we have the joy, the sun. So something is moving, and I just feel like with all of those other ones, the sun is bringing it together and like, reminding you to, to move with joy, optimism, and in the back of your mind, or in the front of your mind, and with all over you, really, taking joy and like with you, basically, and seeing that in the future, projecting that in the future, which is like the magnetism in your mind, and it's keeping that consistent pattern moving, going all the time. So it's like not only when things are going good, when things are going so seemingly not so good, but there's something moving in there. So the sun is there bringing you this joy, optimism, and when we're in that space, we tend to get a more clarity and vision. Okay, with that we can see better, we can sense better, feel better, where it is or what it is we're meant to be doing, and like, okay, I got it now, okay? So anyway, we have the 5 of Swords. So something shifts and moves. This is kind of like, it feels like it's going all over the place. It's not like flowing like they normally do, but there's something that maybe not flowing, which is what is like, there's this, and that happening. So it's accept the limits of both, of victory and defeat with the 5 of Swords. So something may be coming up. There may be a separate project with that coming up. So it's about, there's something about, being in the space of gratitude and humbleness. So if there's something that's where you're in the on the victorious side, it's just being humble with that and being mindful about and not, and moving on with love, peace, harmony and joy, excitement and adventure. Same thing if you're at the other end of it, the defeat for some of you, it may be that side of it. So same thing, moving on with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement and adventure, because it's like there's an ending or a closure to something as well. So there's something that's clearing the way in there. But it's going back to that sun, it's like there's something there that is, it's going into that joyous space, okay? But something must be coming to an end, because we've got the sun, or a new beginning in some way, and then this 5 of Swords, which is ending something as well. Cool. But it's like, so yeah, being mindful about that. Swords is about the mind. Cool. That's where they're going with it. Cool. And then we have these 3 cards that have fallen out together. So it's the Star, the Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. So there's something else that could be linked to the same situation here. It could be linked to another one, but this is kind of like, I feel like this is another story. Anyway, there's the Star. So the Star is about hope and inspiration. Once again, there's something there to keep, and I feel like that's where that light is, that brilliance is. Keep your light shining, always thinking and being in love and light. Then we have a Knight of Swords, which is the welcome new change that could bring which is coming in quite swiftly. So there's something to do with your thoughts around that way. So they may have a change of mind, or you may have a change, change of mind of something that might be, or something might come in that's quite quickly and might change your mind to about how you were going to do something, or have something, or create something, or move into something. But then the 10 of Swords comes in, so it kind of, so something comes to an end again about the way you're thinking about something, because there's the Ten of Swords is, yeah, for me it's always about something's come to an end, and something new is happening, or beginning of a new phase of maybe the way that you're thinking, or or do things, react or respond to things, which is like with that Five of Swords. So there's a lot of stuff, air stuff here. And it's also about communicating as well your ideas and making decisions. So there's a decision making thing probably coming in with that, which is changing your mind, or making you I'm hearing making, it's just falling out of my mouth, so it's making you think twice about something, or think about how things were to how things were and how things could be. So it's like somebody shares some information and it helps you to change your mind. And it's about asserting your power there, but there's something to do. I think the key thing there is that there's the hope. There's something about hope and inspiration comes through for you there. Then the outburst of the Ace of Wands. So there's something, action being taken with something new that comes in with action that creates that. So where you can feel like you're in a place to take action with something with that. I feel like for some of you it's all to do with one particular incident, but there's for some others there's about 2 or 3 things going on there. So this is why I in the beginning there was like, you'll understand, but some of you will understand individually what those main cards are about, some of them all together. And then we have the Eight of Swords again, and another Swords, and Judgment. So the Eight of Swords is about difficulties and becoming free from restraint. So there's something about that, there, like maybe you're restraining yourself in the way that you're thinking about something, or about the outcome of something. So in hearing, but you need to let yourself out of that. Let yourself go, free yourself, because you can. You're the only one that can, okay? And you can do it quite reasonably easy too, because look, your hands are bound, but that's not so bound that tight that you can't get out. The swords are there, but you can get through those, and you can take your blindfold off so you can see. So you're blinding yourself. There's something blinding you in the way, but it's you. And then Judgment. Judgment is about freedom. The angels there freeing, like resurrection and resolution. So something, something something new beginning again, but through freedom. Okay, with the Judgment card. Setting yourself free. All the angels are setting you free, or helping you to set yourself free. Okay, so to me there's 3 energies there. So there's 3 things maybe for some of you that are going on. Some of you is depending on which way you are. You may be the male or the female. So there's something, you're in there thick and thin. So going, and something that's about friends. So something happens along the way there where you are able to find a way to free yourself from whatever it is, that the burden that you are wearing, or the burden that you've chosen to wear. Okay. It's more because that Eight of Swords is about you can, freeing yourself from restraint, and there's some help there. Cool, with the Judgment card, because then we have the Messenger, and the Messenger is the Page of Wands. So there's some action moving. So somebody comes and brings you a message along the way there to help things keep moving along there, and it's about bringing creative ideas. So something along the way there, it's like you're able to pick up something that you haven't been able to do, where you've parked up, which is kind of what some of these are. There's about, even though there's things been going on, you've got a lot of things going on for some of you, that you've been out, now you're able to, because this is free, you've freed yourself from this other stuff, and not taken on some other project again. Okay, this is for some of you, that might be what it is, but there is, a Page of Wands comes an action card. And it's something that you're probably more passionate about, and it's more motivating and for you to get into with this Wands, with this Page of Wands, with this idea. But then there's a Hanged Man comes in with this group. Okay, so it's like there's I'm feeling like there's a choice that you're needing to make about which way you're going to do, how you're going to do it. See, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down, but by his foot, not by the neck. So to me, and it's like there's something that you may be needing to see something from another point of view, okay, for you with that one. It's sacrifice of choice, but I kind of feel like, or sacrifice or a choice, there's something that you may be feeling like you may need to sacrifice, or you feel like you're sacrificing yourself. But it's like, there is definitely a decision. And then we have this charismatic leader. So there may be a Sagittarius that's with you, because the Saggies are the, Saggies are the charismatic leaders and the wands. But this page here, Page of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries around you, energy. But a male energy there of Wands. It's like there's something, maybe somebody or someone's in those fire signs will maybe give, leading the way with something else. Not pushing, but leading. So you may be needing to have bring some of that out of yourself to to get yourself moving, get a wriggle on and do something, to complete something or begin something with that. But you see like this Saggies here, like fire sign there, ready with something there, a new beginning, action, to help you, get you to begin to take action with whatever's going on with this new project or something new, or completion of feeling. Some of you, it will be completion, bringing to an end. And some of you are beginning a new something new as well. Wow, there's a lot in that. It kind of feels, and you might be feeling like, because it kind of feels like all over the place, all disjointed, but I kind of feel like there's that thing that maybe it does at the moment, or has been, like you've been here, you've been there, you've been there, you've been doing that, you've been doing that, but it's like it all starts to come together now where you can more concentrate. It's just like you're tying up loose ends for this next phase. And there's like, at one point there was maybe only one or two things going on, then there was this and this and that, but now it's like, okay, there's been a clearing of the way, and then something comes to an end, or some things come to an end, and it's like, yay, that's it. So now you can move on into this next phase. And I feel like for some of you, there's something, a new project, something coming up for you with some help. Okay, awesome. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for you now, my amazing, beautiful Capricornians. And that's for this week, which is, the 20th of Thursday of August, Thursday the 20th of August 2020. I don't know why I'm really reiterating, because it's like a monumentous time. It's like, cool. It's like a time for regrouping at the moment, with this new moon energy coming in and beginning to feel, you may be feeling differently about some things as well within you, and also things that are going on without you, because you've had a shift in the way that you're thinking about things, which has come up in these cards here. But that's for this week and moving into next week as well, okay? And like I say, it could be a little bit longer, it could be a little bit, you could be already in there. Yeah. Oh, I feel nice and calm. That's cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. We're going to leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy. Excitement, adventure, prosperity, and abundance. Okay? And that's from my amazing spiritual team, and myself, of course, and the Capricorn energy, and the Zion energy as well. Okay, bye for now. We'll see you next Thursday.